And today for something different, we're test driving a Ford Mustang Mach-E electric car. I have never driven an electric car before in my life, or any electric vehicle. I did drive a milk float when I was 17. That was electric. So this is going to be interesting. It's a very nice car. Probably the closest I'll ever get to owning a Mustang of any type. It is super responsive, and I have heavy feet, being a heavy bloke. So just touching the pedal and it shoots off. Doesn't like me not having a seatbelt on. Just for test purposes, we shall try the seatbelt. See if I can get it on. Can't reach the thing. It's a very big seatbelt, probably built for big Americans, so it does fit. Very surprising. It's a very, as you can expect, quiet car. I've got it in normal driving mode at the minute, just because, like I said, it's my first ever electric vehicle, and it is quiet. Being a Ford, it's very comfortable. Oop. There are lots of beeps and flashes. I like the mirrors. Being an old driver, old-fashioned driver as well, all these flashing lights and beeps could get annoying very quickly. It has a massive screen in the front, like a large tablet with loads of different bits and pieces on, which for the modern day people, I think they'd like it. But for us older people, too many beeps and bells and whistles, driver's modes and settings and all that. Yeah, show my age now. And I think the more toys you've got to play with, the worse driver you are, because you're playing rather than driving. I think it's defeating the object. Two nice bikes. Instead of being a competent driver that learns, you just listen to the beeping sounds in your car. Different things it can do. Cameras everywhere. It's got a yellow light telling me that I'm getting too close to the central reservation. It's got beeping noises that are telling me I'm speeding by 1 mile an hour. I've been in here 5 minutes. I'm enjoying the driving experience, but I'm not enjoying all these bells and beeps and electronic rubbish. And now we've got 2 green lights to say I'm in the middle of the lane, tidy. Acceleration is very good. As with all electric cars, instant torque. You can drive it like a real car. Just accelerates really well. And like I said, it's a comfortable car, nice seats. We're going to get off the fast roads and do a little bit of laning. The brakes are very, very sharp. Take a little bit to get used to. Maybe because I drive an older vehicle. I don't know what happened then, but the tablet had a funny moment. I think it thought I was doing something else. Now we're going through some quiet, twisty lanes. Yeah, I suppose you'd get used to the brakes eventually with any other car if you're a driver. If you're a modern day driver with an electric car already or a modern car braking system, it's probably used to it. It's probably something that happens in regen, especially now with the modern cars with the traction control, ABS braking systems, line controls and all that. Yeah, probably used to all those gadgets. Unfortunately, I'm not. My car, the only gadget it's got is air conditioning, and that doesn't work. So, no, I think it's got ABS. That probably doesn't work either. So, to get into a brand new electric car, which has got more gadgets than a spaceship, it is a bit of a culture shock, but it is very comfortable. I'm 6'3", 25 stone, and this seat is going to be one of the most comfortable seats I've ever been in. It doesn't feel squished by my weight. I've got loads of room under the dash for my knees. The steering wheel is adjustable up and down and backwards and forwards. So at the minute now I've got it all the way in and all the way up, which, because I've got long arms, I prefer, and it is really comfortable. It does feel nice. Well, as you'd expect for a brand new Ford, but yes, that little bit of electric, it is so quiet. I've driven big cars which have been quiet. There's still a little bit of road noise. Yeah, getting used to the brakes. Didn't slam on. I'm glad I wore my trainers, because for work I've got to wear steel toe-cap boots. Now if I'd been wearing them, I probably would have gone through the windscreen, even with a seatbelt on. I've noticed on a few YouTube reviews that they complained about the suspension being a little bit wallowy because of the weight of the batteries. The suspension's got to be, well, you know, a little bit of give and take. But we got very bumpy roads in this area, and I'm finding the ride really comfortable. It's very nice, even with the bumps in it. Oh, miserable person. I did have right away. Yes. So there are a million features on this car. I'm not going to go into them. For one thing, I'm not very good with electrical toys on cars. But if you're in for an electric car, these ones start at around £40,000. And I did see a couple of YouTube channels where they said they go from 40 to 60. But the sales lady just informed me that you get the GT Performance package is 67,000 starting, so that'll translate into more like 70,000 once you've accumulated all the options and bits and pieces. But yeah, the sky is the limit sometimes with a car, isn't it? You can just keep going and going. Head for the base price. Lots of options on this car, including one that's called one pedal, which means that you could actually just take your foot off the throttle, and the regen slows you down and will bring you to a complete stop. So you don't have to actually touch the brakes, unless you're in an emergency situation, obviously. But generally, it will do it for you. Now we've driven for almost 10 minutes, and we're going to go onto the dual carriageway and put it into Untamed mode, which is supposed to be the performance part of this car. I do like it, the fact that it's like an automatic. You take your foot off the brake and it just starts to creep forward, so you've got the inertia of going before you have to touch the throttle. I think that's a nice feature. I'm not sure it's on all electric cars, because this is the first one I've ever driven. So, but I hope it is, because it is a nice feature. Yeah, for people like me who watch Mustangs on YouTube, listen to that V8 and somebody throwing exhaust systems on it, even the V6 twin turbo, this sounds terrible. It's the whooshing noise, but that's what all electrics are, a whooshing noise. So now we come up to a dual carriageway, so we're going to try the Untamed mode just for acceleration and see if it's different to normal driving. It's probably not, it's just all acceleration. I haven't read the power thing on it, so I don't know what it changes, what levels it changes. But yeah, I think we'll just, apparently you can change it as you drive. So, but I won't do that. I'm going to slow down, stop at the roundabout. Put it into park, put it into Untamed. Oh, that's nice. You get a nice Mustang symbol comes up. We're in drive. As you can see, the acceleration is yeah, a little bit better. It does accelerate quite a lot better. The power is quite good. This is my first time on an electric vehicle, and that was impressive. It was yeah. I almost lost my camera in the boot. But it doesn't seem to be any fiercer accelerating when you stroke the pedal, just when you put your foot in it, and then it goes. It does go very well. Also seems to slow down a bit quicker when you take your foot off. It seems to be more braking. Another strange feature which I don't understand. It's got a little car on the wing mirror, and as a car passes you, or you get close to a car, they flash orange. Is that another safety feature? Poor Tesla. Should have given him a race in it. A Mustang and a Tesla on the same road, yeah. But yeah, the must be something to do with the regen. As you take your foot off, it practically stops. And another feature with the car is, not only is it quiet because it's electric, all you can hear is the road noise on the tyres. I reckon if you get a better set of tyres, you won't be able to hear anything at all. It'd be like a church. but it's nice. Goes well. It's got little lights on the little dashboard to tell you that you're in untamed mode. It reminds me of riding a TL1000 or a Ducati. Quick acceleration, lots of engine braking. As soon as you lift your foot off slightly, you can feel it retarding you. So that's obviously for the recharge the batteries, keep it going. But there is something beeping. I don't know what it is. Oh, I know what it is. Keeps going over the speed limit. Because 51, bing, back to 50. Yep, there goes 51, bing. Unfortunately, like I said, I've got heavy feet, but you keep going between 50 and 51. It keeps binging at you. It's another thing that's going to get annoying. I don't know if you can turn it off, because I haven't looked it up. But yes, the binging safety noises you've got to come with the car as standard are annoying to say the least. Like I said to the young saleswoman, if it kept doing that to me, I think I would get a little agitated, and this nice big tablet would end up in the road. Unfortunately, I don't think it would drive after that, because it keeps telling me, I don't know what it's telling me now. It's 18 degrees, the Wi-Fi is on, and there's a I don't know what it is, forward and backwards camera, I don't know. I'll have to find out what all the pictures mean, if I ever bought one, which at the moment in the financial situation we're in now, ain't got 70 grand to spend on a car. It's a lot of money, although it is a lovely car, and I've seen all the reviews. A lot of people like it, a lot of reviewers like it, and I think a lot of that is because of the styling. It does look like a souped up Mustang, or a beefed up Mustang, I should say. A Mustang on steroids, and the seat position is nice. I have one issue I've noticed, tall people might have this issue, the door. It comes down quite a lot. You know, you've got a grab handle up here. Why do you need this extra 3 inches on the door? I don't know. It just makes that a little bit awkward to get in and out if you're a tall person. I'd say a fat tall person. If you're just a tall person, you probably have no issue with it. But yeah, a fat tall person, which is strange, because you think it would be bigger, especially for, let's say, the American market, where they consider themselves bigger than everybody else, with more money than everybody else. So yes, but apart from that, I do like the roof. I think a glass roof is lovely. There's so much to look at. Right, we're now back at Ford's in Bridgend, where we took the car from. So, all in all, a lovely drive for my first ever electric car. I am happy that my first car was a Mustang. It's very nice, very pleased, and I did really enjoy it. I'd have to drive other electric cars, obviously, to compare, but yeah, that was enjoyable.